I've just hurt myself so badly. Now then, for today's video, we are heading deep into the mountains for a very special reason. There exists a mountain lake up here that is so unbelievably deep, and I have never fished there, and I've never seen the fish that live in there, so that's going to be the goal for today. At its deepest point, it's over 200 feet deep, which is about as deep as the average depth of the English Channel, and considering this is just a little lake high up in the mountains, that is absolutely unbelievable. We do have a lovely hike up to get there though. It's probably going to take us about an hour and a half or something of just solid uphill hiking. But you can never complain at that. I do love a good walk and just look at these surroundings. Isn't this such a magnificent place? I love being surrounded by mountains, especially when the reason is going fishing. Those are some very colourful sheep, aren't they? Right, well, here's a conundrum for you. How on earth does frog spawn get up here? Obviously, frogs have to get up here for there to be frog spawn, but we are well and truly in the middle of nowhere. It's not even a river, look, it's just a random little puddle. Maybe one brave frog made the perilous journey up this mountain, searching to give his family a better life. Look at this. This looks like a cool little location, doesn't it? Maybe there used to be a mine or something around here. Oh well, by this nice little river down here is a nicer place as any for a little pit stop. Oh, I'm pretty exhausted after that. Not quite as exhausted as I was the last time I came up and did a mountain video though. Don't know if you've noticed, but I've actually lost quite a lot of weight since the 1st of January. It's over 2 stone to 14 stone 10. A lot of running, a lot of yoga, healthy eating. I suppose the reason I'm telling you this is because I need a bit of help staying accountable. I do actually have about another stone to lose, so keep asking me in the comments how it's going. Don't let me forget about it and don't let me pile those pounds back on. Anyway, pit stop over, back to the job at hand. Still quite a bit of climbing to go yet. Well, at risk of sounding very unsociable, there's just something quite special about being completely on your own in the wilderness, I suppose. There's probably not a person for a good few miles around me now. Oh well, I'm just coming up now to the final steep climb. Here we go. We're about to see this place. Drum roll, please. Oh, wow! Look at this! This is absolutely unreal! Well, I have just had the greatest nightmare known to man. I've come all this way, and this is my rod, and there's no reel on the end of it. Now, I'm not sure if it's come off halfway down or if I've left it in the car. I could have quite easily left it in the car. Well, I'll tell you what, as much as I like to pride myself on my positivity, it's a little tough to keep my chin up right now. I tell you what, I'm just so desperate to fish today. I'm gonna go find my reel, even if it's all the way back at the car, and then I'm gonna come all the way back up here if I have to. What's that we see over there? A little sparkle of gold. That, my friends, is a rigged and ready RR1000. You absolute beauty. We only had to retrace our steps for about 20 minutes too. Oh well, I can't believe how lucky we've got finding that reel. That's a lesson for you. Make sure it's screwed in tightly. Anyway, my setup for the day is the rigged and ready Fish Rig 180, as you've seen with the RR1000 reel. So we've got rigged and ready braid loaded on this reel, and we're going to be using a rigged and ready fluorocarbon leader, and then I'll show you what spinners and stuff we're going to be using now. I've got all sorts of random goodies in here, but the one thing that stands out above the rest for tarn fishing for me is these. The rigged and ready barbless spoon. Trout absolutely love these. They come in sets of all different sizes and even with spinners as well. Well, we're all set up and ready, but the one thing that I'm a little scared about is how big this water is. Considering it's 200 feet deep too, the fish could be literally anywhere. Especially because it's so cold as well. I literally haven't seen a rise since I've been here. Could be a tough one today. Well, I've fished all the way along down here for about 45-50 minutes now without even a nibble. But I mean, look at that for a backdrop. It feels so grand and imposing, the landscape. I've always sort of secretly wanted to design my own trout lure. I've made a start actually, just for a bit of fun, but I suppose there's a chance one day I might get them properly made and sell them. What do you reckon of these? I've also had my 2.5-year-old help me with some of the designs too. Oh, there we go, that's looking good. Is that a bit of a minnow pattern you've got going on there?
Brown.
A brown?
Yeah. Yeah. Done.
All done?
Yeah.
Finished?
It's
A little bit more purple over there. Yep.
That's it.
Have to say I'm very impressed with Alfie's work. If you'd want to buy one of these, let me know in the comments below. Oh, well, it feels like right about now would be a perfect time for at least a nibble. While this place is absolutely beautiful, I definitely underestimated the fishing. I mean, I came here because this place was so deep, but because it's so deep, it's causing me some real issues. Normally I like to use the Rigged and Ready X5 when I'm fishing mountain tarns, you know, the travel rod you can fly fish with as well as spin, but the Fish Rig 180 is a real old friend of mine and it'd be a shame for it to not get as much use as it deserves. This has to be the best telescopic rod out there. Another mental battle I'm facing here is that I don't actually know if there's fish in here. I'm just assuming that there's fish based on not much more than looking at a map. If you're enjoying watching me get absolutely freezing cold and having absolutely no luck at all, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, because when I come back here in summer, I bet you it's going to be a completely different story. I've just hurt myself so badly. Oh, I've just gone over on my ankle. A brick. Oh, that hurts. Oh, I heard a crack as well. All of a sudden I found myself up a mountain with a badly sprained ankle. Oh. And I'm in quite a situation now. I've got a long walk to get back down. The fishing seems like the least of my concerns at the moment. It just shows how dangerous it can be doing stuff like this. At this point I needed to take a bit of time to get back on my feet and figure out how to get safely down the mountain. With fishing off the cards, to satisfy your mountain trout cravings, here are some I caught 1.5 years ago from a stunning small mountain lake. Then we'll zoom back to now, try get home safely, and take a look at a picture of my ankle a few days later. Fish! Fish on! Come on! It's a lovely looking trout. Yes! Got it! Look at that for a fish. Absolutely beautiful. It's only taken about 5 minutes. Fish. That's a nicer one. Yes! Look at this for a trout. Absolutely beautiful colours on it. Remember, always wet your hands if you're going to hold a fish like this. Ooh. Look at that. Absolute beauty. Fish. Come on. Yes, here we go again. And we got it. So this beautiful little fish has just come to the Salmo Hornet. George has just had to go on my rod. So I'm using the old Salmo Hornet, a lure I absolutely love. And it's caught this pretty much straight away. Let's get it back. Well, the good news is I'm back up on my feet and I can just about walk around, albeit in a lot of pain. Paracetamol. But the bad news is I'm a long way from the car. It's literally going to be this all the way down. It's a good job it's not severe, because that would definitely be a mountain rescue job if it was much worse. Well, even though I'm hobbling down a mountain in quite a lot of pain, it has just cheered me up seeing a few wild deer. And the car is right down by those trees over there.
One eternity later.
Well, slowly but surely I've made it back to the car before dark. Thanks for watching the video though. I do really appreciate you sticking around to the end. I thought it was important to highlight the fact that this kind of thing can actually be quite dangerous, so take care of yourselves, everyone. Well, it's a few days later and the ankle is still hurting a lot, but at least we're having some fun with it, aren't we, Alfie? Careful. And this is what my ankle's looking like about a week later. I do think I got off quite lightly though, so I'm sure I'll be back fishing soon. I'll catch you down the road.
I'm gonna win.
You can do it, Alfie. Yeah.